Yo, it's Austin, otherwise known as like sci1. I guess you could. People still call me that. It's bizarre, but I found the project for Top Floor. I kind of wanted to do like a little breakdown. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. So first off, baseline. The baseline's really just reminiscent of like old style like hard style club music. So I just like made this like kind of detuned like super soul, and I didn't add any decay because I wanted the cutoff to be really harsh. It just ends because I wanted to add this pad, which I some random preset from a random. I actually it's built in FL. I mean, Serum. It's just a random pad. It really like built in like mid tone space for the bass line, so it feels really full, even though there's literally only two things playing. And it's also playing delayed by like 2 bars of this note, so it kind of like it feels like 1 2 like a ping pong kind of effect. And then you have this tag. I took a consolidated layer of vocals from the song and combined it with the tag to make it sound like the tag is saying what the lyrics are saying. It's kind of stupid, but it really works. You see the fire in my eyes, I'm smoking on it. I can never stop. And then we have our first main melody. Okay, so it's like a it's like a bell sign. I'm gonna play without effects so you can hear what it sounded like before I actually did anything to it. Hold on. That's what I had. This is actually the first thing I wrote in the project. Just I don't know. It felt really retro. It kind of like reminded me of like a boss fight in a game. So I've actually used this sound quite a lot in a lot of other songs. So yeah, you ever hear me reuse sounds? It's because I like them so much that I preset them, and then I just don't want to quit using them. Okay, so now we're gonna get into this part. This is where like drums actually start and vocals. So we'll disable these actually because they are not important right now. So it's like a simple like fast paced like to get you ready for a song to start. Then you add in a clap. This is just the Vincent clap, but pitched down by 200 cents. And then with the bass line, it sounds really powerful. Like the drums really connect. You could like feel the oomph. Yeah, like it's very enthusiastic. We have this lead. If I could actually find it. Is it this? Yes, it is this. It's not that. I lied. I should just double click this. It's I'm pretty sure it's it's a sign with noise and sub. I love sub on my melodies. I don't know why, it just fits for me. But this melody was originally like taken from the bass line and chopped up. Like I literally just like put randomizer on it and it chopped up and gave me this. Same thing, just up an octave with a couple new notes to kind of give it a. Because I like to change it every couple bars because I don't want the song to feel the same. Then I also layer the hi-hats, which is something I do a lot, and it's not commonly done, but like I don't know, it just feels way different. It has like a doubling effect, and then with the clap, then we add in the snare. This is what the full pattern is. Very, very simple technique. I don't know why I choked saying that, but now we could Go into the 808 and kick. Let me find what 808 this is. I think this is a custom 808. I don't remember. But I love detuning my 808s. I didn't drop this one. But most of the time, I take this and I like drop it by I don't, and then I pitch it down in the channel, so it has like kind of a deformed sound. And then I always have to sidechain it with my kick. I wanted my drums to kind of have like a punchier like feel, like kind of like drill, but not really, because it lacks the time signature difference that it does from like regular trap in drill, because drill is like 3/5 and trap is 4/4, obviously, because that's what everyone's used to. But with this 808, it just has that feeling without the rhythm. Oh, and the bass line is actually side chain to the 808, which is kind of weird, but like it sounded good, so yeah. Now I guess we need to get into the vocals, because what would it be without the vocals? Okay, so this part, it's kind of cringe, kind of corny looking back on it, but it does really build a character for the song. I'm actually gonna play it with a melody, so it's not very corny, but um yeah.
Everything is fucking simple. You just had to go make it difficult. You just couldn't be normal. You couldn't be like the other ones. You went and locked me in a cage? You really thought I was gonna put an end to this mess?
It's really just to like build a character for the song, because obviously what the song's about like trying to find your own voice, right? And I just felt like it was very fitting to have that emphasis on the theme that like, oh no, I'm stuck here, like how the hell am I gonna get out? So I like really pushed the story to this, because you know everything I've made on my page has been story based, and that's how it's always gonna be. But yeah, that intro opening like sequence kind of like was just trying to kill off the like get me out of here. It's like kind of like you're running, and then okay, let's play these vocals.
You see the fire in my eyes, I'm smoking on it red. I can never die. You wanna run that? It's so tough. You're stuck on the ground.
Okay, what a lot of people don't understand about the song, they're like, I've heard these lyrics somewhere, but that's like obviously the point. The song is kind of like referencing a whole bunch of different points in like the character's perspective, right? Like sci1 has seen multiple different things happen and take place in different times, so he's replicating them in his mind, because he's trapped somewhere like a cage, and like he's reminiscing. And it's really just like, I don't know, it's supposed to tie into like the Dante stuff, because like obviously the lore is based off of Dante. It's not necessarily Dante Red, but there's a lot of Eric bars that I used in here, and also like different people from like other like sides of the comm. But the emphasis on having the same cadence and using some bars is like really what the character is based off of, because he's not he's the scientist, he's the producer, he's not really doing the vocals. I mean, obviously he is now, me as the character, but I don't know, the vocals are very unique to me, because it's not really something that I wanted to do, but then I started doing it, and it just came natural to the account, because it felt like it was needed to grow the story, so that's what I did. Okay, so let's get into the next bars. Attention, you know who you are. These bars are about you, bro. Half of you need to chill out, okay? Please. I'm a human. I have to take my own time and do my own things. I'm not always gonna be like available to like write an entire story. So please do not fan out and like ask me to like release specific things because you know I have my own life and there's a lot of things that I'm doing right now, like a lot of things that are big, and I promise you will get new stuff. Okay, back into the stuff.
I don't wanna fucking put your face down. Big crush, how the fuck you kill you 'cause you switched up. You think you know who I am? Don't give a damn what I see. Ain't nobody ever coming to your funeral. I don't wanna say.
Okay, so what this is about? Okay, so like I'll play it on like edited.
You think you know who I am? Don't give a damn what I see. Ain't nobody ever coming to your funeral. I don't regret a thing.
This is basically there's a point where Broke Kids Clone 3 was kind of like found out my identity. I don't know how, but like found out that I was Austrian and kind of took it to a different level, which that stuff is over. Like I completely don't care about that anymore. Shout out to Broke Kids, but that at that point I was I was a little upset. Like I didn't know how to feel because obviously sci1 is the character and Austrian is the person, and I wanted to separate those two. I never wanted it to be Austrian is sci1 or sci1 is Austrian. I wanted it to be two separate people, and I hope people can understand that now that I've clarified that. But at the time, I was a little upset, and as a character, I mean, that makes it even worse and gives me a little, I don't know, leeway to express myself. So that's kind of what this is, and
ain't nobody ever coming to your funeral.
that's a reference to Clone 3 dying. Nobody's coming to it. It was kind of clever, I'm gonna admit, but. And then at the end,
You see the fire in my eyes. I'm smoking on it red. I can never die. You wanna run that? It's so tough. You stuck on the convoy.
and then this. So many people have asked me what this is. Okay, so this is was for one of the experiments, Kaylee. Kaylee, which means perfection in Latin, was a character that we were gonna develop, but we didn't get around to it because there's complications with having people have alternate accounts, and some people just don't have time for it, which is kind of understandable. But yeah, I mean, it was a really cool idea. Pretty much every character has been created by me or sci2, besides Clone 1 that was created by Ketsu himself. I just created the story, but yeah, that's a breakdown for Top Floor. And if there's any other songs that you would like to see me break down, just like I don't know, like DM me, comment, I don't know. But yep. Bye.